Hi, it's Libby. I'm on day 11. I'm quite happy today. Day 11. Yeah, I've got to 11 days. I can't believe this. Anyway, still not bought any plastic. I've not actually been shopping. I went yesterday, I had a disaster. So yesterday was a real hit the wall day and I was like giving up on it really. But I thought, no, let's just be positive. So got up this morning, did quite a long yoga practice. And I don't know, many of you know, but I actually retrained about 2 years ago nearly now in Kundalini yoga. It was a practice I practiced must be 15 years ago with my teacher, the lovely Beryl. And I decided to train in Kundalini, and it's been quite life changing really. Kundalini yoga has an amazing way of uplifting your energy. So there's lots and lots of what's called called kriyas, which are sets of exercises for a particular reason. So you might have one that uplifts you. Yogi Bajam, who's a master of Kundalini that brought yoga to the West, or Kundalini yoga to the West, said that teachers are like forklifts. So we like lift people up. So if you feel a bit down today, we can lift you up with some Kundalini. So I've just been, and I've just done a class this morning in my next town, which was amazing. We had a really good session. We did a session on disease resistance and a healthy bowel. So they both go hand in hand. So yeah, feeling really good today. I actually biked on my bike to it's not a studio. This one is a village hall that I actually rent. Been there for years. It's lovely little church rooms. So yeah, so I biked there. It took me about 15 minutes. I got there really early. Everybody was like, "Wow, you're already here," because normally they're sort of like, because a few of the ladies live just literally around the corner from the studio or the hall. So yeah, and I've put my sunflowers on today because we were working on the digestive system, which is all about the sun energy. So actually they're not sunflowers, they're daisies, but kind of, it was quite nice. Anyway, so what am I doing today? I've just had a huge tidy up. I'm about to do a boring job, doing some admin for my work. But last night, after going to Waitrose and realising I can't really get an awful lot of stuff down there, I thought I'll change my supplier. So I've signed up for the veggie boxes with Abel and Cole. I have bought from them before and they deliver every Friday in my area. So I've ordered a veggie box and they've started to do their veggie boxes with no plastic. So yay! I'm very happy. So I've ordered one of their veggie boxes. I ordered some extra bits as well to go in it. I ordered extra celery. I ordered some eggs. I ordered some products. I ordered some toilet rolls, which come in a compostable bag. I'm really into my compostable bags, as you probably realise. I'm always banging on about my compostable bags. But I do buy my loo rolls from Who Gives a Crap, which is a really good company to get from. And they actually donate a lot of their proceeds to providing toilets for people in areas that don't actually have sanitation, probably in Africa, India and so on. So I kind of like that idea of supporting that charity, and their toilet rolls are really nice. But anyway, I thought I'd buy a pack from Abel and Cole, and I thought I can show it on here because it might be something that you want to buy. You might not be able to afford to pay out like 30 quid for like a year's supply of toilet rolls, but these come in packs of 9. So they're about 4.99, 5 quid or something like that. Probably a little bit more than the supermarkets, but hey, you get them delivered. They are all recyclable paper and recyclable packaging. So you could actually not recyclable packaging, compostable packaging, or biodegradable as they sometimes call it. So yeah, so I've done that. What else have I done today? Just trying to think. Not much else really. It's all about changing everything when you do this sort of stuff. You know, you change your diet and it changes other things. It changes the way you shop, it changes the way you use public transport, it makes you feel more aware of nature. I'm feeling really quite inspired by it because I feel like I'm doing something to help the planet, even if it's only a tiny bit. If everybody did a tiny little bit, it would make a huge difference, yeah? On my way, one thing I will say, on my way to the hall today, I had to cycle past like a Biffa centre. And this centre has, I think, a lot of the local rubbish collections go into this place. I think they sort of do something with it. And I drove by. First of all, the smell was just horrendous. It was just horrible, and I just sort of got a waft of it as I biked past. And I just kind of looked in, because normally when you drive around by in the car, you don't see into the area. And there was a huge pile of wood, so I thought, well, they must recycle the packaging, like, you know, like pallets and bits of wood from cartons and stuff. And then in the corner, there was this huge pile of refuse, and that's probably come from black bins. You know, the rubbish that goes into landfill or whatever they do with it, they probably burn it, they probably do all sorts of things with it. So the last time I put my black bin out was about 3 months ago. And my black bin is sort of sitting outside of my house, and I don't actually put anything in it. There's some cardboard in there at the moment, which I need to sort out and put into my green bin. But I was quite appalled at how much, you know, we actually put into landfill. So, you know, each bit of plastic, or each, not bit of plastic, but any bit of rubbish that you can't recycle, think about where you can put it. There are other ways, and I do need to raise your consciousness about a company called TerraCycle. I did make a video yesterday, and I briefly mentioned about the crisp packets, that some centres and some schools actually collect them in big stations. And you can go on TerraCycle. I'll put a link at the bottom of my video here. It's called TerraCycle, and they will recycle things like pens. They recycle toothpaste tubes. They recycle crisp packets. They recycle a lot of things that you know you can't. You have to put it in the bin, the black bin, because you can't recycle toothpaste holders. You can't even recycle, what I realised was plant pots. The plant pots that comes from the garden centre. So I'm going to actually write to Dobbies, which is a garden centre near me, and ask them what their policy is on recycling their pots, because they must make a huge amount of waste that goes home. And okay, I sort of keep a lot of my little pots and I give plants away and things like that. But that pot at some point will get thrown into a black bin, and it goes into landfill, and that leaches into our earth. You know, the poor earth needs some space to breathe. It doesn't keep needing all this stuff to be dumped into it or burnt on the planet. You know, it's now time for us to wake up. So check out TerraCycle. I actually did go on there, and they had a program going then. They tend to have support from places like Colgate and places, people like you know, a company that produces something that you can't recycle, and they feel obliged then, like the pens, like the Bic pens and gel pens, felt pens. So if you've got kids, I suppose you have a lot of those. Rather than throw them away, there is areas around you that probably the schools take them. Now, TerraCycle actually give you money for amount of the waste, so it might be quite a lot. It might be a whole year you have to save up in the bank, people put in. But you know, in a school, how many kids use pens? How many pens then go into that area? That's saving that going into landfill. So, and it gives the school some money. It might be only a few quid, but it might be able to buy some books for the kids or something for the school. You know, it all adds up, and we do our little bit. And the parents will get on board with this. They want to help. So check out TerraCycle. There's a crisp packet scheme as well. I know there's a crisp packet scheme. There's a toothpaste scheme. There's a Bic scheme. There is other the pouches and things that you can get. I don't particularly know much about those, but I know there's some of the pouches, the food pouches. They're now sending those into they're being sponsored by a company for those. So it really is worth looking at that. That can, you know, if we all make our little bit of effort, go to our local schools, go to our local churches maybe, anything that's a charitable organisation, you know, the Scouts, Guides, Brownies, Rainbows, they all can do their little bit. And the little kids will you know, encourage their parents. I think this comes down to children level. You know, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago with friends round, and they've got little kids. and they were saying that, you know, the kids at school, they do have a ban on water bottles. They're not allowed to bring a plastic bottle into school. So that's a good thing. They have to have a, you know, a proper BPA plastic, or a container that's not throwaway plastic. So yeah, so that's my, although I didn't have much to say, I never have a lot to say, do I? I'm sorry, but I do chat on a bit. But I feel really, really motivated by this, and I really want to share my enthusiasm and my motivation. That's something I do in my class, you know. My feedback I get from people is, you're a natural motivator, and yeah, and that's what I do, and that's why this channel is starting to grow. I've got a few more subscribers, so please hit the subscribe button. It's that little red thing that says subscribe, and the next to it is a bell. If you click on that, it hits my targets and it gives me another subscription, which just makes me feel good that somebody's actually watching these videos. Put a like and a thumbs up. You can put a thumbs down if you don't like the videos. If you've got a comment, please share. Please just keep watching. I'm day 11. I've got a few more days to go. Next weekend, not this weekend coming, the following weekend, I'm going to be visiting some friends, and I know that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm only staying there for a day, but I know that, you know, that's going to be an issue because they'll be making food in plastic. So I'm going to have to take some stuff along and try and encourage them. So it's my way of, you know, showing them what I'm doing. So I think if I do tell them what I'm doing, then they'll hopefully go down that path. Let's hope so anyway. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. I've chatted long enough, and speak to you soon. Tomorrow is day 12. It's my day off. It's Thursday. So I might be only doing a video in the evening because I've got a day out. I'm going out somewhere really nice for the day. I tend to treat myself on Thursdays, and yeah, we all need a little treat. So hope you're treating yourself well today, and I'll sign off now and say goodbye. Bye.